Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanandana Salakaya Shakti Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhisam Sapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dati Swapadam Tikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Taparakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Sadhavatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visamcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gotika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vrisavadu Sukhidevi Vanavami Hari Priya Vantaka Kataru Vyascha Kripa Sandhyaye Vacha Patitanam Bhavanyo Vaishwaryo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, text number 30. Sarve pyeti jagya vidho jagya shapita kalmasa jagya sistamrita bujo Yanti Brahma Sanatanam Sarve pyete jagya vidho jagya shakti chakalmasa jagya sisamrita bujo Yanti Brahma Sanatanam Sarve pyete jagya vidho Yagya Shakti Kalmasa Yagya Sisamrita Vipujo Yanti Brahma Sanatanam Yagya Shakti Kalmasa Yagya Sisamrita Vipujo Yanti Brahma Sanatanam Sarve pyete jagya vidho Yagya Shakti Kalmasa Yagya Sisamrita Vipujo Yanti Brahma Sanatanam Sarve pyete jagya vidho Yagya Shakti Kalmasa Yagya Sisamrita Vipujo Yanti Brahma Sanatanam Sarve all happy, although apparently different, ete bis Jagya Vidha conversant with the purpose of performing sacrifices. Jagya Shatpita, being cleansed as a result of such performances. Kalmasa, of sinful reactions. Jagya sister, of the result of such performances of. Jagya, Amrita Buja, those who have tasted such nectar. Yanti, do approach Brahma, the Supreme, Sanatanam, eternal atmosphere. Translation and purport by Divine Grace H.H.Bhakti Swami Prabhupada Ki. All this performance, who know the meaning of sacrifice, become cleansed of sinful reactions, and having tasted the nectar of the result of sacrifices, they advance towards the supreme eternal atmosphere. We repeat. All this performance, who know the meaning of sacrifice, become cleansed of sinful reactions, and having tasted the nectar of the results of sacrifices, they advance towards the supreme eternal atmosphere. Reports. From the foregoing explanation of different types of sacrifice, namely sacrifice of one's possessions, study of the Vedas, or philosophical doctrines, and performance of the yoga system, it is found that the common aim of all is to control the senses, since gratification is the root cause of material existence. Therefore, unless and until one is situated on the platform apart from sense gratification, there is no chance of being elevated to the eternal platform of full knowledge, full bliss, and full life. This platform is in the eternal atmosphere, or Brahman atmosphere. All the above mentioned sacrifices help one to become cleansed of the sinful reactions of material existence. By this advancement in life, not only does one become happy and opulent in this life, but also, at the end, he enters into the eternal kingdom of God, either merging into the impersonal Brahman or associating with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Sarvete te Jagya Vidho, Jagya Shakita Kalmasa, Jagya Sista Betubujo, Yanti Brahma Sanatana. All these performers who know the meaning of sacrifice become cleansed of sinful reactions, and having tasted the nectar of the results of sacrifices, they advance towards the supreme eternal atmosphere. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Krishna described in the previous verses different sacrifices. It's okay. Krishna, I want me to catch it up. So Krishna has been describing how some people, they make sacrifice by their positions and material positions. Some, they do breathing exercise by sacrificing the incoming air into the outgoing. This yoga. And some, they do the study of the scriptures. Instead of wasting their time for the activities of the body, they spend their time fully engaged in the activities of the soul. So Prabhupada said in the purport, the aim of all the sacrifices is one: sense control. In other words, the result of everything we do, in everything that we do, the end result is the best. The result of everything that we do should be carefully considered for those who are very, very intelligent, those who are very, very fortunate. That we should consider the result of our activities. Where is it taking us to? Are we going to the material direction, or are we going towards the spiritual direction? Material activities, sense gratification, is a chain of actions and reactions. And usually, the reactions are not wonderful. They are always binding. Even if they are pious, they are still binding. So in chapter 12, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna told Arjuna, both the auspicious and inauspicious activities should be given up. What is Krishna referring to as auspicious activities? Because usually we should give up inauspicious activities. But here Krishna is saying both the auspicious and inauspicious should be given up. Inauspicious activities are, that we know, activities which will produce negative results that we have to suffer from. Auspicious activities also produce binding results. For example, if you give a poor man money for education, a person who cannot afford to go to school, if a wealthy person assists the person to go to school, what is that? It's auspicious activity. If you dig well or plant trees for people, these are auspicious activities. These are all religious activities. All of them are binding, both auspicious and inauspicious. The only activity which is freeing, which is transcendental, is that which has to do with Krishna, that does not have our interest in. Krishna conscious activities does not have our interest. It has only the interest of Krishna. So those who are very wise, they make sacrifice to control the senses, because uncontrolled senses uncontrolled senses always lead us to hell. Always. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj said, Adanta Gubi Bishatam Tamishra. Adanta Gubi Bishatam Tamishra. Purna Purna Chavana Chavananam. Adanta Gubi, properly translated, giving freedom to the senses. In the lecture, Papa said, giving freedom to our senses, whatever you like you can do. What will be the result? Bishatam Tamishram. The senses will lead us to hell. Therefore, those who are actually human beings should not give freedom to the senses. We should try to control the senses. So Krishna is describing many ways of controlling the senses. Unfortunately, His Divine Grace, the Prabhupada, has given a perfect system how to control our senses naturally without going to Himalayas. Hare Krishna temple have perfect system for control the senses. The Hare Krishna temple, the deities of Krishna are there. So you can see, right from the morning till evening, we have the chance to see of Krishna and see Krishna's devotees. Right from the morning till the day, we have the chance to control our tongue by taking Krishna Prasadam. Instead of sitting on ice, the Himalayas, they have wonderful, tasty preparations to control the sense of eating. The sense is controlled by not allowing the senses to eat anything which is not offered to Krishna. Only the food which has been eaten by Krishna, prasadam, is taken by devotees. So naturally our sense of the tongue is controlled. Naturally, not outside. Our eyes are being controlled. Our stomach is controlled. All the senses are controlled. From morning till night, our hands, our feet are using singing, playing instrument, and dancing for Krishna. So the senses are fully under control by the systems that Prabhupada has given from morning till night. Even if we perfectly practice the control of the senses in the day, the practice will continue in sleep. Those who practice very nicely in the day, their practice will continue in the night. If you practice chanting very nicely, and the chanting is so nice that it affected the subtle body, you continue to chant while the body is sleeping. If you have had sufficient, if you have heard with the mind, according to Bhagavad Gita, Krishna asked Arjuna, did you hear me with the mind? If we hear with the mind, we will continue to hear in the dream. This is hearing. This is how to control the senses. Prabhupada has given a perfect system how to control the senses, that we don't have to go outside the system of ISKCON. But the system Prabhupada has given to us is perfect and complete in itself. And many times Prabhupada told us, he told the devotees, if you fix yourself in what I have given to you, that success is guaranteed. He is very confident in what he has given, because he knows what he has given. I heard that in this temple, he told devotees, after installing Krishna Balaram Beti, he said, their problem now is finished. Yeah? Problem is finished? How? So he explains, because Krishna and Balaram are here, if you have problem, what do you do? Go and tell them. What does it mean? It means that Prabhupada is not seeing the statues, and he did not establish the statues for us. He established directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is standing right here, that we are standing before the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who knows everything, who sees everything, who hears everything, who his hands, the feet, the face, the ears, everything about Krishna exists everywhere. In this way, the Super Soul pervades everything. That what Prabhupada did for us, to control the senses perfectly. So Prabhupada gave the system. To control the tongue, chanting very nicely, and tasting Krishna Prasada. The tongue will naturally be controlled. Uncontrolled, unregulated life is animal life, not a human life. So it is not an artificial thing. It's not something that it is foreign. Sense control is not a foreign idea. It is not something new that you should be surprised about. Sense control is natural for human being, but because we have become so degraded below the human platform, sense control is like, oh, what is this? It shouldn't be a surprise. It should be a normal. Unregulated life is a life of animal, not a life of human being. Human beings should follow the process of controlling the senses. Our senses should be put under control. That is human life. So Rupa Goswami, before he started describing a positive and negative nature of instruction, before he started describing positive and negative, he gave us the eye to see. Vacho Begam, Manasa Kroda Begam, Jiva Begam, Udara Upasta Begam. Why did he do that? He's going to teach us something about how we can perfect our life. Instead of teaching exactly what he wants to give, he presented us with something which is wonderful. He did that because he wanted us to open our eyes to see what you want to do, how you should do it. You want to learn how to overcome all dualities, all difficulties. You want to know what is good, what is bad. Who is going to teach you what you want to learn? Who is that person? That person must have these 6 qualities. So Rupa Goswami presented the C. Be careful, you should be intelligent, you should be wise. Look before you leap. You should look, you should watch carefully. Where you want to go, who is the driver taking you there? You want to be a spiritualist? Who is going to lead you back to Krishna? Who is the person who is going to teach you what is good for you and what is not good for you? You try to understand that person. That person must have these 6 qualities. See, the person has his or her senses under full control. The senses are not given freedom to do whatever I want to do. The senses are under full control. They are not wasting their life for nothing, competing with animals. They are living above the animal platform. They are living exactly on the platform of a human being who are making the best use of the bad bargain. So Rupa Goswami is very, very compassionate. He has our interest in his heart. Therefore, he is guiding us how we can be successful. Be successful. In the first canto of Bhagavatam, Sri Prabhupada was speaking, was giving purport about this verse. Sudha Goswami was describing the bad qualities of Kali Yuga. Sudha Goswami was describing. In Kali Yuga, we are so unfortunate that the duration of our life is very, very short. 100 years is nothing. And even that 100 years, majority of people will not reach there. And even those who reach there, they are useless. Become burden for the family members. And some places they will go and dump you somewhere. So this is our situation in Kali Yuga. Not only that, our duration of life is very, very short. And 50 years is like, oh, you have lived like 1,000 years. Above that, you are useless, you are invalid, you can't do anything wonderful. You are a burden. You cannot do Sankirtan, you can't do Harana, you cannot jump in Kirtan. But you can't eat as much as you want to eat, Prasadam, you cannot. So many things will be deprived of you. There are other disqualifications also that we are very, very lazy. See here, Sutta Goswami not telling us that we cannot punch someone's face. That is not what he's saying. What is our laziness? Our laziness is that we don't have time to study the scripture. And even if you study the scripture, you cannot understand it. We speculate. We speak so many things which are not true. It's our laziness. We cannot understand the scripture. Arjuna understood Bhagavad Gita for how many days? How many years? How many months? 30 minutes. Not 45 minutes, 30 minutes. You know the Brahman is a Kshatriya with 30 minutes. 700 verses. Not just memorized, realized. That's Arjuna's position. He fully realized everything that Krishna gave to him. 30 minutes. Because there was no time. He realized everything. Meaning that everything Krishna told him was present in him. He was now Bhagavad Gita. Because he had completely Bhagavad Gita. So he could use Gita now for his activities. Perfectly. For the purpose Gita was given to him for. So we are lazy in Kali Yuga that we don't have that ability. When we sit in the class, we don't hear. When we read, we don't hear properly. We don't understand. It's our laziness. That we don't even have the time to read. And for that reason, some devotees are becoming workaholic. They think that if I do all the services in the temple from morning till night without reading, I'm a good devotee. It is not. Because you are doing karma yoga, you are not doing bhakti. Bhakti is done with intelligence. Bhakti is done by those who are intelligent, those who are very wise, not fools. So in first canto of Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami said, Lord Krishna came to claim those who are in the mode of goodness, but not those who are in ignorance and passion, but for those who are in the mode of goodness. Because they can understand. They are not lazy, they are wise, they are civilized, they can understand. They can understand why I should be a devotee. They can understand why I should do what I'm doing. Why I should give my life to Krishna. Why should I undergo all the troubles that my body will give to me to be a devotee? It's about this Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he said, even if Krishna consciousness is full of dangers, don't give it up. Stick to it. Even if Krishna consciousness is full of dangers, don't run away. Stay there. Be fixed. Even if Krishna consciousness is full of anxieties for you, don't give it up. Don't run away. Stay there. Even if you have no hope of success in Krishna consciousness, don't go away. Stay there. Even if there is so much accusations, so much tribulations, don't go anywhere. Stay there. What is wicked? It's wicked. He doesn't know what he's telling us. Why should I face danger and somebody is encouraging me to remain there? Why? Why should I not find a way? The answer is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna told Arjuna, Arjuna told Krishna, my dear Janaradan, you are a killer of those who are sinful. But how sinful is my teacher? How sinful is my grandfather? How is that? You call me Prita. You Krishna, you call me Prita. But you are Varasneya. You are calling me Prita because you are telling me that my family background, I shouldn't forget it. They are wonderful people. What about their own family? I don't know, wonderful also? How will you feel, Krishna? How will you feel if the Vrishnis are going to be killed? What will you do? Will you be happy? Killing them like you're telling me to kill my own family members? Krishna, what instruction is this? See, all the people I have to kill, they are all my teachers, gurus, fathers, grandfathers, uncles, nephews, grandsons. How is this religious? So Krishna smiled. Krishna smiled. Hey, my dear friend, if someone look at you and hears what you are talking, he will think, oh, he's a very wonderful person. Let me go closer to him. But see, you are lamenting, you are afraid, you are morose. A philosophy which we speak is different from what you are showing me practically. So you are different from what you are speaking. What is this? So the same thing, but this is another what they're telling us. Even if you have difficulties, don't give up Krishna consciousness. Don't stop. Stay there, because that is the process of becoming purified. Sense control means what? Sense control. To control the senses, one has to go and sit on top of eyes. So it's an easy thing. Is it peaceful to sit on top of ice? Or to live in a jungle full of ferocious animals? Is it a peaceful place? No, it is not. So to control the senses requires determination. It requires discipline. That is human life. Human life means discipline. So we have to discipline ourselves. Therefore, our chariots are telling us we should follow the process of disciplining our senses. That is how to control the senses. Discipline. Tell the senses, no. I don't want to do this. Why? Because it is not good. For example, so many things are good for my tongue. So many things. But they're not good for my stomach. So sense control means that we should consider the stomach, not just consider the tongue only. Like we should look at both sides. The sense control. That we should consider the end result, not just the immediate thing. Try to see what is the end result of my activities. Will it be wonderful? Will it be auspicious? Will it lead me back home, back to Godhead? Will it promote me? Or it will continue to condition me to more sufferings, birth after birth. This intelligence So this chapter is transcendental knowledge. So Krishna is giving us the process, becoming transcendental. Hare Krishna. Comments? Questions?